Imagine publishing a world that doesn't just entertain players, but it inspires them to take it further by adding their own ideas, themes, and mechanics. Remixable worlds turn your design into a creative platform, unlocking the same kind of community energy you see in open source projects or modding communities. Hi creators, I'm Alexia, and in this video, we'll explore how to design worlds that others can easily remix. You'll learn why remixability matters, how to know if your world is remix ready, and the best practices that make your work easier to extend and customize. By the end, you'll be ready to publish not just a world, but a foundation that the community can build on. Let's start with the big picture. What makes a remixable world, and why do creators choose to remix in the first place? A strong remixable world has qualities that make it easy to understand, extend, and customize. And when you design with those in mind, you open the door for community creativity. A remixable world is clear. The core gameplay loop is easy to see and understand. It's also modular. Mechanics are grouped neatly, with logic separated from visuals so remixers can swap looks without breaking code. It's stable and bug-free, so remixers aren't stuck fixing problems before they start. And it's performant, running smoothly with enough headroom for new content. When you put these qualities together, you create a world that doesn't just play well, it invites others in to step in and build. Creators remix worlds for many reasons. Some remix to extend playtime, adding new quests or new mechanics. Others remix to personalize, giving a world their own style or theme. Some remix to optimize, tweaking balance or difficulty. And many remix simply to learn. Studying a working world is one of the fastest ways to pick up new skills. By designing with these motivations in mind, you make your world more appealing to remixers and more likely to spread. A good remixable world is one where remixers can enter, look around for a few minutes, and immediately see how things fit together. The layout communicates what can be changed, the systems are labeled, and the structure feels like a toolkit rather than a maze. When remixers see that clarity, they feel empowered to experiment, and that's what makes a world take on a life of its own. So what makes a world truly remix ready? It comes down to three things: solid design foundations, modular systems that perform well, and clear guidance so others know how to extend your work. A remixable world starts with clarity. The core loop, what players do, how they're challenged, and how they succeed, should be obvious from the moment someone enters. If a remixer can't figure out what your world is about, they won't know how to build on it. Stability matters too. A remixable world shouldn't fall apart when somebody deletes or duplicates a piece. If your systems are fragile, remixers will waste time fixing bugs instead of creating. Next is modularity. Keep mechanics grouped neatly and separate logic from visuals. That way, remixers can reskin objects, swap assets, or duplicate a system without breaking the code underneath. Performance is just as important. Remixers need room to add their own content. If your world is already overloaded with high poly assets or heavy scripts, it leaves no headroom for extensions. A lean, optimized build gives remixers a space to experiment. Finally, make your world easy to navigate. Add floating text panels that explain how systems work or which properties can be adjusted. Leave comments in your scripts so remixers don't have to guess. And don't forget discoverability. Use the remix toggle, publish your world publicly, and make sure your title and description clearly signal that it's remixable. These simple steps make it easier for others to find, understand, and build on your work. When your world has clear foundations, modular systems, and strong documentation, you've set the stage for remixers to succeed. Next, let's dig into best practices for designing worlds that guide remixers and keep them moving in the right direction. Think of your world like a workshop. If somebody walks in, will they know where the tools are and how to use them? Adding guidance goes a long way. Things like in-world text panels that explain mechanics or clear hierarchies so remixers don't get lost. A little direction helps others dive in with confidence. Modularity is at the heart of remixability. Design your system so remixers can easily swap, duplicate, or reskin pieces without breaking everything else. Anticipate that somebody will want to change a theme, tweak a mechanic, or duplicate a feature. If your systems are flexible, remixers will have the freedom to add their own twists without heavy rework. Finally, keep your worlds flexible. Separate presentation from behavior. Visual meshes in one place, logic in another. Use scripts with properties instead of hard-coded values, so remixers can adjust things like speed or spawn rates without digging into the code. Flexibility doesn't just make remixing easier, it sparks creativity by lowering the barrier to experimentation. Beyond the fundamentals, there are a few extra steps that can make your worlds even more remix-friendly. Think of these as bonus tips that help remixers go further, faster. Start with your assets. Provide props that are reusable and easy to swap out. Whenever possible, offer variations like different looks, shapes, or poly counts, so remixers can pick what works for their version. Lean models, trim sheets, or low poly options keep performance high while still giving remixers flexibility. The same principle applies to scripts. Document the important systems so remixers know what each script does and where to start. Keep your systems loosely coupled so modules can stand on their own, and avoid hard coding values like positions or asset IDs. Instead, use properties that remixers can edit directly. This small step makes your code far easier to understand and much easier to extend. Remixable worlds are more than just playable, they're community templates. When you design with clarity, stability, modularity, performance, and documentation in mind, you make it easier for others to understand your work and build upon it. That's how your ideas grow beyond a single world and become part of something larger. So here's your challenge. Before you publish your next world, review it with remixers in mind. Could somebody new walk in, understand the structure, and make it their own? If not, refine it. Add guidance, clean up hierarchies, and simplify systems. Then publish a remixable version and share it with the community. Iteration is where the real magic happens. If you want to learn more about remixable worlds, check out our official documentation linked below. And don't forget to join the Meta Horizon Creator Program, where you can join community programming and access additional resources. Keep creating, and catch you in the next tutorial.